This is Sylvia Saber with OpTv Global Headlines. Starting with the top international stories for the day. World powers are gathering Wednesday in Berlin to seek lasting peace in Libya by ensuring the conflict-wrecked North African country stays firmly on the path towards general election on December 24th. Representatives of Libya's interim government will join U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken as well as the foreign ministers of France and Egypt at the UN-sponsored talks. More than 150 employees at the Houston Methodist Hospital in Texas were fired or resigned after failing to comply with orders to get a COVID-19 vaccination to continue working there, a hospital spokeswoman said Tuesday. A national security law, which was penned in Beijing and imposed on Hong Kong last year after huge protests, allows for cases to be tried by 3 specially selected judges instead of a jury. United States Senator is blocking $50 million in economic assistance to the Palestinians, undercutting promises of help by Secretary of State Anthony Blinken after Israel's bombing of Gaza in May and delaying the much-needed reconstruction of water resources and roads. Sudan has asked the United Nations Security Council to meet and discuss a dispute over a giant dam being built by Ethiopia on the Blue Nile. Ethiopia is pinning its hopes of economic development and power generation on the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, the 2 downstream countries, Egypt and Sudan, concerned about it and seeking a binding agreement on the filling and operation of the dam. Up next, we have the national updates. The frequency of tropical cyclones formation in the Arabian Sea has increased 10 times during the last 20 years due to continuous rise in the sea surface temperature and in the years to come. The occurrence of more intense tropical cyclones is feared due to the increase in the sea temperature. The Pakistan government will be mortgaging the country's major airports and road network and issuing sukuk bonds, Federal Information Minister Fawad Chaudhry announced after a cabinet meeting on Tuesday. Pakistan has demanded that Michelle Bachelet, the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, takes notice of human rights violations in the occupied Kashmir. 2 people were killed and 17 left wounded on Wednesday after a blast reported in Lahore's Johar town area. CCPO Ghulam Muhammad Dogar in a statement said that the injured were immediately shifted to Jinnah Hospital. The nature of the blast is being determined. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has said that Pakistan has completed the technical requirements with regard to Financial Action Task Force, and now there's no reason to keep Pakistan in the grey list. Up next, we have the health updates. AstraZeneca's PLC's COVID-19 vaccine is effective against Delta and Kappa variants, which were first identified in India, the company said on Tuesday, citing a study. The study by the Oxford University investigated the ability of monoclonal antibodies in blood from recovered people and those vaccinated to neutralize the Delta and Kappa variants, the statement said. Morgan Stanley says staff and clients will not be allowed to enter the bank's New York offices if they are not fully vaccinated, making it the latest in a line of Wall Street firms to delay the return of unvaccinated employees. Another 2 million doses of China's Sinovac vaccine arrived in Pakistan on Wednesday. The National Command and Operations Center said additional Sinovac shots purchased by the government of Pakistan arrived on board a special flight of Pakistan International Airlines. Up next, we have the sports updates. Peshawar Zalmi on Tuesday successfully chased the 175-run target set by Islamabad United, beating them by 8 wickets to reach the final of the Pakistan Super League's 6th edition. Now face Multan Sultans on June 24th at Abu Dhabi's Sheikh Zayed Cricket Stadium. After a 23-year wait to appear at a major football tournament, Scotland's Euro 2020 experience lasted just 8 days. A 3-1 defeat to Croatia on Tuesday ended Scotland's hopes of progressing through to the knockouts. No alcohol, no hugs, no cheers, and no autographs, Tokyo Olympic organizers have unveiled tough rules for spectators at the Summer Games due to begin in a month. Up next, we have the entertainment updates. Pakistani actress and social media sensation Hania Aamir made an announcement on social media that she launched her very own fragrance. Pakistani actress and host Nadia Jamil shared that she has finally beaten cancer and is officially cancer-free. She has some nerve damage in her feet due to the brutal chemotherapy. Pop star Britney Spears has repeatedly opposed the conservatorship that gave her father control over her finances and personal life. Up next, we have the business updates. The Federal Board of Revenue has categorically denied it will provide any new amnesty scheme to construction contractors, saying that the government cannot forego collection of rupees 200 billion. It was proposed to slash the withholding tax on contractors from 7.5% to 1% during a meeting of the Senate Standing Committee on Finance. Asian markets rose Wednesday to extend a global rally as fresh pledges on monetary policy by the Federal Reserve reassured investors who had been rattled last week by the bank's forecasts of an earlier than flagged hike in interest rates. Up next, we have the updates on science and technology. WhatsApp will release a feature that allows you to send photos and videos that can only be viewed once. You can also verify if the recipient has opened the media. European Union regulators have launched a fresh antitrust investigation of Google, this time over whether the United States tech giant is stifling competition in digital advertising technology. Google on Tuesday unveiled a platform that lets its workers calculate pay and benefits for remote work, and how this would change if they move to a cheaper or more expensive city. That's all from this bulletin. For more updates, do stay with us and keep watching OpTv Global.